is about instrument transformers. In this instrument transformer, in the module 2, we come across.
It is not visible, ma'am.
Wait, I didn't share it only. Okay. Okay. Now it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. We can see, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, in the instrument transformer, when we come across in the second module, that is about our, we derived the equation for the wattmeter. If you just glance over the figure, what it is consisting of, we came to know that it is consisting of a current transformer and also of the potential transformer, right? CT and PT we call of those. And we already come across how a torque equation is going for, and what are the errors are going to be introduced in the wattmeter, and how we can overcome of the errors for just by making some adjustments in terms of your potential coil only, right? A extra winding we are going for, or else a capacitor is going to be connected across the potential coil, right? Those all we learned. Now we will learn what is the necessary of our current transformer and also of the potential transformer. Okay, what is this instrument transformer is of? In heavy currents and high voltage AC circuits, the measurement cannot be done by using the method of extension of the ranges of low range meters by providing a suitable shunts. What we are going to use in the normal ammeters or voltmeter is not possible. For that reason, we are going for the instrument transformers. In such conditions, specially constructed accurate ratio, that is a ratio transformers, called as a instrument transformer. What is the construction we are going for to overcome of these, to measure the heavy currents and voltages? That is going to be taken as instrument transformers, and this can be used irrespective of the voltage and current ratings. It's not we are checking whether which specific area it's taking off. Okay, ratings of the AC circuits. And these transformers are not only extended the range of the low range instruments, but also isolate them from high current and high voltage AC circuits. We can extend the ranges of the current or voltage, and also I can isolate of those. And this makes their handling very safe. Safety is very necessary when you are going for your electrical circuits, right? For that reason. Then in this there are two types, that is classified as current transformers and also of a potential transformers. First we will come across, this is very important and this will be asking for 6 marks in the exam. Both the topics are important. Okay, just we go with the current transformers, that is CT. Here the construction is of, here heavy line current will be flowing across this. This is we called as primary winding, and this is the secondary. Then this connection is going to give to the load. Okay, and current flowing is of I1, and here ammeter is connected with a range of 0 to 5 amps. This is ammeter, and current flowing across this secondary is of I2. In the primary it is taken as I1. Okay, the large alternating currents which cannot be sensed. Observe here, large AC currents which cannot be sensed are passed through the normal ammeters and current coils of the wattmeter. What we are going to use, it's not if I flow heavy current, your meters will damage. Okay, wattmeters are energy meter, can easily measure by using of the current, use of CT, that is current transformer, along with the normal low range instruments. That is what this CT is going for. Okay, then a current transformer basically has a primary coil of one or more turns of heavy cross sectional area. Primary winding or as primary coil, what it is taken, it is having one or more turns, means number of turns how we are going for, and cross sectional area is heavy. Okay, then the secondary of the transformer is made up of a large number of turns of fine wire having a small cross sectional area. That's the difference between primary and to the secondary. Then this is usually rated for 5 amps. The secondary what we are going for, it depends on a design. We are not telling that only for 5 amps it will be fixed, but it's when you are going for industry area it will be differing. Okay, just for a basic of 250 volts, if I am going for a small range applications, we are checking in that application I can go for 5 amps only. Okay, this is connected to the coil of normal range ammeter. Okay, then current transformers are step down transformers, remember this. Then stepping down the current value considerably from primary to the secondary. This is about the current transformers. Then let N1 is the number of turns of the primary, then N2 is taken as number of turns of the secondary, I1 is of the primary current and I2 is the secondary current. Then what is the relationship between current in terms of it number of turns in the primary and also in secondary? It is taken as I1 by I2. It is going to be equal to N2 by N1. Observe here, I1 by I2 is going to be equal to N2 divided by N1. I1 is inversely proportional to the N. I is inversely proportional to the N in current transformers. Therefore, as N2 is very high compared to the N1, yes, of course, because the number of turns what we are going for in the secondary is more, right? Then the ratio of I1, I2 is very high for the current transformers because N2 is in the numerator part, right? For that reason, because N2 is heavy, the value is high, number of turns are more in the secondary. For that reason, the value what the ratio I will be getting for I1 to I2, it will be high only. Okay, this is all about your current transformer. Okay, just you have to draw the diagram. What is there in the diagram, just go on writing of those. Then the main point is of current transformer are step down transformers. Go with through a small equation, that is I1 by I2 is equal to N2 by N1. This is about the current transformer. A small example here, A 250:5, this CT current transformer is used along with an ammeter. If ammeter reading is of 2.7 amps, estimate the line current. How it is going to be? First, will the ratio what it is given, it is in terms of your turns, number of turns, right? So I1 by I2 is going to be, which one is high? Here it is of 250, that is taken as N2 here, 250/5. Therefore I2 is going to be, here it is given, that is 2.7 amps. Ammeter reading is of 2.7. For that reason I2 is taken as 2.7 amps because the ammeter connected across the secondary, right? For that reason. Therefore I1 is going to be equals to 250/5 into 2.7, you will be getting as 135 amps. This is your line current. Okay, this is a small example, it's given. Next is of potential transformer. The potential transformer, almost construction will be similar to the CT only. Here this is the primary of the PT, potential transformer. Here connected through the high voltage. Then this is the secondary of the potential transformer. The whole construction it is taken as primary transformer. Then here at the secondary, a voltmeter it is connected with a range of 0 to 110 volts. Okay, and load is connected. The first point in this, a high alternating voltage are reduced. High alternating voltage are going to be reduced in a fixed proportion for the measurement purpose with the help of the potential transformer. By using of this, what we can do? We can reduce the voltage. Then the construction of these transformers is similar to the normal transformers what we are going for. Then these are extremely accurate ratio with a step down transformers. Then the windings are low power ratings. The windings what we are going for, it's of a low power rating windings. The primary winding consists of a large number of turns. Yes, observe the figure. It is having that number of turns are more. Large number of turns, while the secondary has the less number of turns and usually rated for 110 volts irrespective of the primary voltage rating. Okay, that's what the point. Next, the primary is connected across the high voltage line. Yes, high voltage line it is connected, while the secondary is connected across the low range voltmeter coil. One end of the secondary is always grounded. Observe here, secondary is always grounded for the safety purpose. That is very important, right? Then the ratio can be specified as V1 by V2 is going to be equal to, observe here, N1 by N2. V1 by V2 is going to be equal to N1 by N2. This is very important. Then we will go with a small example here. A 11,210 ratio in terms of your turns potential transformer is used along with a voltmeter reading. Voltmeter reading it is given as 87.5 volts. Estimate the value of line voltage. What we have to check with that? When V1 by V2 is going to be equals to, which one is highest? That is 11,000 divided by 110. It's the ratio it's given. V2 it's given as 87.5. Therefore, V1 is going to be equal to 11,000 divided by 110 into 87.5. You will be getting as 8,750 volts. This is the value of high voltage to be measured. Okay. Here, just do the construction. You have to write. Then what is the purpose of going for PT? You have to write. Then what it is consisting of in terms of winding you have to explain. Then what you have to do? Then how a voltage is connected across the primary and also for the secondary you have to mention. Then write the ratio equation. Okay, this is about your PT. Then comparison between CT and PT, and this is very important. It will ask for 8 marks or else 6 marks. Okay, if I go with the comparison, the current transformer, in the current transformer, potential transformer, first point is taken here as current transformer can be treated as series transformer under virtual short circuit conditions. It is taken as series transformer in the virtual short circuit conditions. What about in potential transformers? It is taken as a parallel transformer under open circuit secondary. Open circuit secondary, that is in the potential transformer. Then the second point is Secondary must be always shorted. In the current transformer, secondary must be always be shorted. Then in the potential transformer, secondary is nearly under open circuit condition. Then third one is of a small voltage exists across its terminals as connected in series. A small voltage is going to be existing across the terminals as it is connected in series. In the potential transformer, full line voltage appears across its terminal. Full line voltage, because high voltage is connected directly, right? For that reason, full line voltage appears across its terminals. Then the winding, the fourth point, the winding carries full line current. The winding what we are going done in the current transformer, it is carrying the full line current. In the potential transformer, the winding is impressed with the full line voltage. Impressed, it depends. Okay. Then the fifth one, the primary current and excitation varies over the wind range. It's always varying. In the potential transformer, the line voltage is almost constant. Hence, exciting current and flux density varies over the limited range. Varying of current and flux density is of less in potential transformer compared to the current transformer. The next point is of the primary current is independent of the secondary circuit conditions. The primary current is independent of the secondary circuit conditions. In the potential transformer, the primary voltage depends on the secondary circuit conditions. Here it is independent, here it is depends. Okay. And the last one is a seventh point, that is in the current transformer needs only one bushing as the two ends of the primary windings are brought out through the same insulator. Hence, there is saving in cost. Here only one bushing is enough. Okay. When you are going for potential transformer, two bushings are required when neither side of this line is at the ground potential. That's what the difference between the current transformer and also of about the potential transformer. And this is very important. Okay. This question is asked in many times. Next is of errors in current transformers. What are the errors? This will be asking 6 marks. Okay. What are the errors are going to be occurred and how it is going to be characterized? We will go with that. For an instrument transformers, it is necessary that the transformer ratio must be exactly equal to the turn ratios. It should be equals to the turns ratio, and the phase of the secondary terms, that is voltage and current, must be, observe here, phase must be displayed by the 180 degree, exactly 180 degree from that of the primary terms in terms of voltage and current. This two, it should be necessary when we are going for current transformer. But in those two only we will be getting the errors. That is, here it is taken as two types of errors affecting these characteristics, that is taken as ratio errors and also about the phase angle errors. First, if I go with the ratio error, what is the condition we taken for the current transformer? That is I2 by I1 it should be equals to N1 by N2, or else I1 by I2 it should be equals to N2 by N1, right? You can write anyway. Okay. But what's the condition it's given next? The current ratio is not equal. What they are telling? The current ratio is not equal to the turns ratio. Current equals to the turns ratio. Why? Because of the magnetizing and core losses. Magnetization effect is there, and also about the core loss components of the existing current. It is also gets affected due to the secondary current and its power factor. That's what the main is of magnetizing and core loss components which is existing in the windings. That's what the drawback, so that we are not getting the exact ratio. Okay, then the transformer ratio is not a constant, but transformer ratio is not a constant but depends on the load current and also about the power factor of the load and existing current of the transformer. The ratio is depends on these three factors, that is current, load power factor and also of the exiting current of the transformers. Of course, all are varying function only, but because the load is not in always constant, how much actually it is needed, we will be providing of those, but due to the losses, there are losses which is going to occur due to the electrical devices, right? So you will not get exact values what you require. That's what the main disadvantage. Okay, due to this, a large error is going to be introduced. Yes, of course, in the measurements by the instrument transformers. Therefore, such errors are going to be called as ratio errors. Therefore, percentage of ratio error is taken as nominal ratio minus actual ratio divided by actual ratio into 100. Therefore, that is taken as Kn minus R divided by R into 100. Remember this equation. Okay, that is about your ratio error. Then what is our phase angle error? It should get 180 degree difference, but is that possible? Due to the magnetizing error and phase coil error, they are lagging how much it should be 180, but it's not possible, right? What it's given, we just go through here. In the power measurements, it is must that the phase of the secondary current, is to be displaced by the exactly 180 degree from that of the primary current for the current transform, but actually it is not going to be the same. The error introduced due to this is going to be called as phase angle error, and it is denoted by the angle theta, by which the phase difference between the primary and secondary is different from that of the 180 degree. Therefore, the phase angle error is given by theta is going to be equals to 180 divided by pi into Im cos delta minus Ic sin delta divided by n into Is in terms of degrees, when sin delta is going to be nearly equal to 0 and cos delta is going to be equal to 1 due to the, when it will be getting, due to the depends on the load, that is inductive load if it is connected, and delta is positive and very small, then R is going to be equals to n plus Ic divided by Is, when n is going to be Ip by Is, R is equals to n plus, in terms of Ip if I write, n into Ic divided by Ip, you will be getting, therefore theta is going to be equals to 180 divided by pi into Im by Ip degrees. This is very important equation. Theta is going to be equals to 180 divided by pi Im by Ip degrees, where Im is taken as magnetizing component of I0, then Ic is core loss component of I0, then I0 is the no load current or exciting current. Okay, these are the two errors it will be occurring in the current transformers. Okay.